Hello, my name is Andrew Workman. I'm 19 and in my first year of college. This is my oral report about a job opportunity in the field of nursing, my field of study. In this report, I hope to cover information about the job opportunity itself as well as the company that the job is at. So the company that I found this job at is Duke Health, and I will cover, as far as history and expansion, I'll cover that on the company itself. But for other aspects of this report, I will specify on Duke Health University Hospital. My interest in this job was specifically to learn about what a job in my field entails, so what it looks like actually as a CNA to work to care for patients and things like that, what that actually look like. I've learned a lot about that through this research and a lot about the class that I'm currently in to become a CNA. I also learned about what to look for in a job opportunity in my field, what information is important and what to highlight and what to focus on, so that was also interesting to me. I have split my research up into 4 separate topics: the history of Duke Health, the expansion of Duke Health, the services that Duke Health University provides, and the job opportunity itself. So a description of what that looks like, what requirements the job opportunity has, and what the pay is. So Duke Health was founded in 1924, making it almost a century old, by a man named James B. Duke. It was done through the Duke Endowment, which was essentially a sum of money that he gave to transform Trinity College into Duke University. Within that following year, he provided another bequest to make it Duke Health or Duke University Hospital. So it wasn't just a university, but also a hospital at the same time. In 1930, 6 years after its founding, it opened its doors to 25,000 visitors on its first day. And later that year, it began its classes for the educational part of the university hospital. So the vision of Mr. Duke and what he wanted to do through his endowment was to better healthcare, to better childcare, better education, and also to support rural churches, but specifically focusing on the education and care. All of that was done through Duke University Hospital. It was a place where people could be cared for medically, and it was a place to learn. So he kind of was able to cover all those bases there. Duke Health expanded from Durham, which is its base of operations, where Duke Health University is, to have locations in over 380 places, or to have 380 locations in a 150-mile radius. So it focused on Duke Health University on Durham and went out from there to cover 150 miles. Its partnerships were with Durham Regional and Raleigh Community Hospitals, and these partnerships were a way for Duke Health to provide services that these hospitals may not have been able to provide for the community. And by doing that, in later years, these hospitals actually were renamed after Duke Health. So they became Duke Regional Hospital and Duke Community Hospital. Another interesting expansion and partnership was with National University of Singapore. So this actually was in Singapore, which means that Duke Health was able to influence the healthcare of the area in Singapore where this university was. It was kind of a crazy thing to be able for them to be able to have influence literally across the globe. They've also expanded their services, not just their locations, and to provide many new services, but to include a few. These would be a brain tumor program, a center for aging, and an eye care center. The services that Duke Health provides are all 4 kinds of service: primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. So primary care is, when you go to see your doctor and have a checkup, that's what primary care is. Secondary is when your doctor basically says, oh, there's something here that I am not able to be a part of, or maybe you need chiropractor care, we'll pay for that. So they send you away to somewhere else. It's like a referral. That's kind of that's an example of secondary care. But tertiary and quaternary care are done in a hospital setting. So when you're admitted to the hospital and you have something that you need to be taken care of, that's tertiary care. You're being cared for in a specialized situation. Quaternary care is a branch of tertiary care. It is also very specialized care, but it's care that's given almost exclusively on a system of the body or an illness or disease. It's a very, very specialized level of care. So this relates to my major in that I am going to be giving all levels of care at some point in my career, most likely, specifically tertiary and quaternary care. So this lines right up with my major and what I'm interested in my field. So Duke University Hospital, the job opportunity there is to work as a CNA or a nursing assistant, and that basically entails caring for patients, feeding them, admitting them to the hospital or nursing home, in this setting, a hospital, and discharging them. So I will be involved as CNA as kind of the hands and feet to care for them in ways that they can't care for themselves, or they need help caring, and to help them processing into the facility and also out of it. I would also require me to help with nurses to examine the patients and obtain medical records as needed. It requires no work experience, and only as far as working goes, which is great because I don't have any experience as a CNA yet. It does require a high school diploma and a certificate showing that you've completed a nurse aid course. The high school diploma I already have, and the course I'm actually currently enrolled in will provide me with a certificate to work as a CNA. So those things would be obtained if I wanted to work at this place. But so those are the requirements there. The pay is $11 to $17 an hour, somewhere in there. The job was posted at Indeed.com, and they did not specify what the pay was, but Indeed referenced that job with a lot of others and compared the salaries and came up with a good range that you could expect they'd be safe to expect from the company. So I've covered my 4 major points. I've talked about the history, the expansion, the services, and the job opportunity itself. So I definitely have learned a lot through this. I've learned what a job looks like as a CNA, what to expect, working for patients and things. I've definitely learned a lot about that in the class that I'm currently in, a lot more personal level. But as far as everything else goes, I've really learned what to look for in a job, what specific things to look for in a job in my field. So